The drama surrounding Tua Tagovailoa's fall and Shedeur Sanders' sudden rise feels like something ripped straight out of fiction, but the whispers shaking the NFL insist it's anything but. In the span of one humiliating night, Miami went from trusting their longtime quarterback to secretly plotting a revolution that could rewrite not just their franchise's identity, but the balance of power across the entire league. It started under the primetime lights. Millions of eyes watching, billions of dollars tied to the Dolphins brand, and Tua crumbled. The interceptions were brutal, the fumble devastating, and more than the scoreboard, it was the collapse of belief that broke the room. Insiders claim ownership didn't even wait until morning. Cell phones confiscated, doors locked. Executives marched into a secure room with one blunt order from Stephen Ross: find us a quarterback who can save this franchise. Find us Shedeur Sanders. That command turned into a fever. Executives huddled around glowing screens replaying Sanders' throws in a Browns uniform, mesmerized by his composure, the effortless arm strength, the charisma that seemed bigger than the field itself. Ross, transfixed, whispered two words that carried through the room like a battle cry: "That's different." From that moment on, this wasn't about steady improvement. It was about empire. The Dolphins weren't asking what it would take to land Sanders, they were demanding it. By dawn, the outlines of a plan were already carved. Multiple first-round picks, proven veterans, incentives stacked higher than any trade before. Cap specialists worked numbers. Scouts assembled exhaustive breakdowns. Even marketing directors were summoned, asked to quantify the tidal wave of revenue Sanders could bring to South Beach. The Dolphins weren't merely hunting for a quarterback. They were orchestrating a hostile takeover of the AFC. Meanwhile, Cleveland woke to chaos. Sanders was supposed to be the Browns' future, their carefully groomed cornerstone. But now, executives whispered about betrayal. Coaches fumed at the intrusion of business over football, and ownership sat caught in between. Jimmy Haslam, intoxicated by Sanders' marketability since day one, reportedly leaned toward listening. Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski, on the other hand, were livid. Trading Sanders, they argued, would be sacrificing football logic at the altar of short-term greed. Yet even in their anger, they couldn't ignore Miami's rumored offer. The kind of haul that could flip a franchise overnight. And while front offices warred, the locker rooms cracked. In Miami, receivers like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle reportedly buzzed with excitement at the thought of Sanders' arm paired with their speed. Linemen close to Tua muttered about betrayal. A visible divide split the room. In Cleveland, veterans tried to calm Sanders while younger players whispered whether they were protecting him for the Browns' future or for Miami's immediate takeover. Through it all, Sanders himself was ice. Helmet on, head down, grinding as if the walls weren't closing in around him. The ripple effects stretched far beyond two facilities. In Buffalo, Sean McDermott reportedly held an emergency film session dissecting Sanders' every snap. In New York, Jets executives admitted if he landed in Miami, the division's hierarchy would flip overnight. Even Park Avenue wasn't immune. The NFL's Manhattan headquarters braced under emergency meetings, Roger Goodell briefed directly. This wasn't supposed to be possible. A rookie on a first-year deal dangled in Blockbuster trade talks. If precedent cracked here, the league's carefully balanced order could collapse into billionaire free-for-all chaos. But for every small market voice demanding order, others saw opportunity. Network executives salivated over primetime ratings. Corporate sponsors circled with multi-million-dollar activations. And in backrooms, one name echoed over and over: Deion Sanders. Primetime himself, Hall of Famer, father, cultural icon. Insiders insist his fingerprints are everywhere, from Jerry Jones's ear in Dallas to whispered conversations with Stephen Ross. This wasn't just about football. It was about embedding the Sanders name into the very fabric of South Beach, into the heart of the NFL's future. The stakes are staggering. If Sanders moves, rookie contracts will never be viewed the same again. The quarterback trade market will reset forever. The Dolphins could transform into a juggernaut overnight, while Cleveland risks watching their brightest hope vanish before his first year even closes. And yet, as the noise rages, Sanders remains steady. Training, silent, letting the storm swirl while his father quietly shapes the battlefield. Everyone waits for the inevitable. The phones keep ringing. The deals keep being drafted in secrecy. And when the announcement finally breaks, it won't just be another trade. It will be the moment the NFL changes forever. Do you think Miami should gamble everything to bring Shedeur Sanders to South Beach? Or is Cleveland's future too valuable to sell? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the stories shaking the game.